Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Now, you know what I love about living in Texas? You go through all 4 seasons in 1 week. We kicked off the week feeling like winter in the mid 50s. Then we got up to spring in the 80s, shot right up to summer, hitting the lower 90s by midweek. Then we got back into the 80s, slowly getting back into the mid 70s today behind that cold front and last night's severe weather. Speaking of that severe weather, now we did see some pretty good rainfall totals across the area. Of course, those higher totals getting into the eastern big country in Heartland. Eastland saw just over 3/4 of an inch. Abilene seeing just over 4/10 of an inch. Here in San Angelo, we saw just under 4/10 of an inch. The only people that weren't as lucky with the rainfall were further south along that I-10 line. Sonora not seeing any rain. Ozona seeing a little bit around 1/4 of an inch. Now, at this point, temperatures across West Texas mainly down into the 60s. Junction still trying to hold on to 71 as that warm spot, down to 66 here in San Angelo, 63 up in Abilene. Big Lake, overall that cool spot right now already down to 59 degrees. Now, the red flag warning and the wind advisory have expired, but we're going to still see wind gusts up to 25, possibly 30 miles an hour overnight. So that's going to help us not get too cold with the lack of clouds. Temperatures looking to get into the upper 40s, possible 50 even in locations like Abilene. 48 expected here in San Angelo. Farther west, Big Lake as well as Ozona looking to get down to 46. Now, the sun is going to be the main character this weekend, Saturday, and more of the low to mid 70s. Going to warm up a little bit on Sunday, getting into some of the upper 70s, possible 80 degrees. And that's going to be the trend across much of the state. Everybody going to be sunny on Saturday, seeing a lot of the lower 80s in Central and South Texas, more of the mid 70s up in North Texas on Sunday. Going to see some rain over in the Houston area, but everybody else looking to keep up the sunshine, with, of course, the Dallas area still being that cool spot in the upper 70s. Now, behind this weekend, we're going to kick off the week with some cooler temperatures thanks to a cold front moving through Sunday into Monday. We'll get into the 60s for a little bit on Tuesday before we start to warm up, eventually reaching the 80s again by next Thursday. Then we'll likely see another cool down with temperatures getting back into the 70s by this time next week. Back to you, Marissa.